Hello everybody, my name is Petr Kutny and today I am going to show another amazing chess game of amazing Magnus Carlsen. Carlsen Nepomniachtchi, Sinquefield Cup 2022 first round and another amazing victory of Magnus Carlsen. But before we are going to watch his game, let's see another interesting chess game, because I am absolutely sure that Magnus Carlsen was following ideas coming from this game. Anyway, this game is Capablanca, New York 1916, and why I am sure that Magnus Carlsen is following this game is exactly this position. These double pawns b7 and b6 are terribly weak pawns, but at the other side are giving black nice piece play. And that's exactly what's going on. If white will not have power to attack these weaknesses, these pawns are not weak, but what's interesting here that, for example, open C file and semi-open A file. Another nice squares A5, B4 and C4 are giving a nice counterplay for a black player. And even here, let's see this game one more time. This is Capablanca 1916. I think that you will see later on that Black is happy to play this position. One rook is doing a great job on open C file, and the second rook is much more stronger than white's rook on A1. So at least two rooks are stronger than white rooks, and that's not enough, because after knight A5 and knight C4, I'm sure that here Black is enjoying this position with nice advantage. And maybe that was an inspiration to Magnus Carlsen, because let's come back and let's say one more time. Carlsen is white, Nepomniachtchi is black, and this is a first round of Sinquefield Cup 2022. Okay, let's see what will be interesting. Now both players are playing Slav defense, which is absolutely solid and safe for black, and sometimes is difficult for white to play for advantage. One weakness in black's point of view maybe is that this position is a little bit passive for black, but it's without any weaknesses. Okay, nothing terrible happened. And bishop e2, queen b6, and now Magnus Carlsen played queen b3. Maybe it's hard to understand this position if we don't know the game Capablanca. Exactly, this double pawn is here again. 100 years later, Magnus Carlsen is going to play nearly similar pawn formation. And that's amazing, and maybe that's another reason why I believe that Magnus Carlsen is one of the best chess player ever. And up to me, maybe he is the best. So, yes, if I am playing this position, I am worried, because I am worried to play chess with double pawns. But if you know game Capablanca, you are happy, because you know that you will have lots of play on A and C file, and you could find lots of nice squares and activity. So that's exactly why I'm enjoying this game. And if you are enjoying this video, feel free and press like or press follow and follow our YouTube chess channel. Yes, here Magnus Carlsen is taking two bishops advantage, at least something. Everybody know that two bishops are strong, and they are strongest in endgame, and up to many grandmasters, it's this advantage something like half point, half pawn. So at least something. F3, yes, this knight has no moves forward, and it's not big different if this knight is there on F6 or if it's not there, because there is no play for this knight. Knight f8, okay, and even in a game Capablanca Magnus is not going for castle. He knows that in the endgame, king belong in the center and king is important piece. So it's important to be active with all our pieces. Knight e6 and bishop g3 make sense that Magnus is not interesting at all to exchange his bishop, because he knows that two bishops advantage is a nice advantage, and that's another inspiration. If you have two bishops advantage, just take care about this bishop and don't exchange one of them too early. So bishop g3, king e7, h4 and a6. Yes, maybe still too difficult to believe that White has advantage and White is playing for a victory. But I have a question to you. Where is Black counterattack? Where is a Black attack against these double pawns? Black has no power, no chance and no plans how to attack these pawns. And if Black is not going to attack these pawns are not weak. They are not weakness till somebody will attack them. Okay. Now bishop f2 and bishop d3. Another nice position. Don't hurry. Don't hurry, play slowly. That's a typical chess advice in endgame. Don't hurry and don't destroy your position with a stupid mistake. Play slowly, improve your position, and let your opponent to destroy his game by himself. That's a nice plan. Don't hurry. So, okay, bishop b8 and knight a4. And I think that we saw this move in game Capablanca. We saw it, so maybe it's good, or not maybe, for sure it's good to know games of Alyechin, Capablanca, Lasker, Kasparov, because we could learn a lot from these games. So bishop d6 and bishop e1. The plan is to play move b4 and knight c5, and that's exactly the same plan what we saw in game Capablanca. Amazing 100 years old game is giving inspiration to great Magnus Carlsen, and of course Magnus Carlsen is giving inspiration to us. So that's a win-win business. C5, it's a probably mistake, but maybe Black was nervous, and that's exactly the advantage what I told you of this advice. Don't hurry, play slowly. Your opponent will make blunder sooner or later. That's for sure. So, okay, change, why not? And bishop d2. Still, there are two bishops, and d5 pawn is a weak pawn in endgame. Everybody knows that in endgame, the famous and typical isolated pawn is a weak pawn, and maybe White has chance to attack this pawn somehow. One day will attack this pawn, and at least there is something to attack. We have to attack our opponent weaknesses. So okay, now b4 and b5, and that's another nice move. If we have two bishops, we have to open position. Two bishops love open position, and two bishops are stronger in open position. So Magnus Carlsen is playing a simple chess, and he's going to open position. So now another variation. What happened if Black will took this pawn? And I think that yes, exactly here two bishops are doing a great job, and I think that king on e6 looks terrible for Black. It's not healthy king, and here too many problems for Black. King on e6 pawn on d5, pawn on b7, two bishops. Here maybe pass pawn. So yes, I think that Black is playing for his life and is doing his best to survive. But it's not enough to play to survive if you are playing against Magnus Carlsen. So what happened? a5, Magnus won a pawn, and now there is everything clear that Magnus is going for full point. Knight d7 was maybe stronger, but Nepo played king d6. Okay, now rook d1 and g5. And now rook a4. Yes, this is a typical position for Magnus Carlsen. He is the best player in these endgames. Maybe as we remember that Capablanca was endgame master. I'm sure that Magnus studied lots of games of great Jose Raul Capablanca, and his ideas are here. So Black is nearly without any chance. Rook g4 and okay, variation. Why not to take this bishop? D5 pawn, it's too weak. And there is a huge chance that this pawn is falling down. Say b4, exchange, b5 and rook d4. Absolutely, this is a lost position for Black. Yes, maybe it looks like I am joking, but I am not joking. If White is Magnus Carlsen, you could bet everything what you have that here Magnus Carlsen is winning. Okay, let's go on. Rook g4, king c7 and bishop b1. Now this pawn on d5 is hanging and will be sooner or later against heavy attack. And if this pawn is falling down, everything is falling down. So simple chess. Yes, of course. It's hard to believe that chess is a simple game. I'm absolutely sure that these guys has to count lots of variations and lots of positions, and maybe looks like this is a simple victory, but behind this is a huge amount of work and homework and talent and hours spending behind the chessboard. Yes, that's the reason why these guys are best. So okay, after here, after this another pawn, Black is losing, of course. He's 2 pawns down, and only we are going to see last moves, and here Black resigned. Why? First answer is that if Black is taking on b6, there is a check, and of course 2 pawns against 4, plus a difference between bishop and knight in an open position. That's a simple victory for or winning position for Magnus Carlsen. So I'm at the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you saw something interesting and you saw game Janowski, Capablanca and Carlsen Nepomniachtchi all together. We know how to understand these games, and hopefully these games are giving us inspiration, motivation, and another reason why to play chess, because chess is the best. So at the end of this video, I like to thank to everybody who pressed like or who pressed follow, and it's our new follower. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and if yes, I will be happy to see you here in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you, take care, and see you soon. Bye bye.